Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Homayoun TV. This is the first video that I'm making specifically for Dorico 6 and today we're going to explore everything about the jump bar. So let's go. Alright, so similar with Dorico 5, you can access the jump bar by just being anywhere in any layout and clicking on the J button on your keyboard. And as you can see, we have the commands and we have the Goto here. These are two different functions here, which I will go a bit later. But now let's explore the commands. So I'm going to write dynamics here. Until now, you might say, okay, it's very similar to Dorico 5. But the fun thing is that they added another feature here, which is really cool. So look, if I click on this dynamics here, the engraving options, all right, it just goes to the engraving options, right? Pretty cool. But then I'm going to do it again. Dynamics here. As you can see, we have option here, right? It's written option and commands. Now I'm going to click on option. And this is the magic in this jump bar. So you have just the setting that you selected and the options for that setting. So engraving options, dynamics, gradual dynamics, text with lines. And you can see the abbreviation for decrescendo here because that's the one we clicked on, and you can just modify it as you want here. It's super valuable tool here. And if I want to go back, I just click on escape here, okay? And you have basically everything in Dorico at your disposal here. Now let's go back to the Goto, and you don't really need to use the mouse here. You can just use Alt-C and Alt-G to go back and forth. Alt-C and Alt-G. Now I'm going to go to Alt-G. Goto is also a pretty cool feature. You can just write, for example, B, and B as in for bar, and I'm going to write 30, and I go to bar 30. And you can also use it to go back and forth between your flows, rehearsal marks, and a lot of different things. So for example, let's try, I'm going to write F and P. Actually, FP is for previous flow, so flow for the F and P for previous, but then N is for the next one. So if I click here, it goes to my next flow. But I mean, in my case, they are both duplicate of the same project, but you can see it's my second flow. This is just my editing workspace here.
Hey, so I wanted to introduce you to something cool. It's called a shortCUP, and it actually is a cup with shortcuts on it. And this one is fully compatible with Dorico. Link in the description below.
Okay, now as the final treat, which is the best part in this video, is that you can assign basically little shortcuts to these commands. So for example, let's say I want to select these dynamics, actually this one and this one, and I'm going to say, hey, please increase dynamic intensity. All right, which this is really clear. Or for example, decrease dynamic intensity, and it goes back, okay? But sometimes you'll be like, okay, I'm using this for some time, you know, these features, and you don't want to continuously be writing dynamics or the text. What you can do, you can actually write a equal sign here, all right? And just write whatever you want here. For example, I'm gonna write DDI, for example, you know, or just, yeah, DD or DDI or whatever you want. And I'm just going to click on enter. And of course, the task has been now done. And now I'm just going to write DDI. As you can see, decrease dynamic intensity is right now here. And what I've noticed is that it's apparently case sensitive. So bear in mind that it's not going to work if you're writing in capital letters or, you know, small letters. So for example, if I write DDI now, it doesn't really show anything. But if I go DDI, then as you can see, the command is here, which actually it's nice because you have more space and room to make stuff here. Or for example, maybe big D for, you know, increasing and small d for decreasing, something like this. I mean, up to you what you're gonna do with it. All right, and now if you want to get rid of your aliases or these little codes that you put for your jump bar, you can just go to preferences here and write down the command that was there. So for example, mine is decrease and dynamic intensity, and you just click on it. And down here, we have this new box here, which is called jump bar alias. And as you can see, it's DDI here. You can also change it or just remove it. And if you just click on close, then you can just assign a new one, or it's now gone anyway. But yeah, it's a pretty neat feature, and I hope that you enjoyed Dorico 6 and also this video as much as I did making it. And if you did, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Later. Bye bye.